Hey guys, it's Shell here, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video than what I normally do. I don't like to discuss too much drama on my channel, but this was kind of, I don't know, I was just really itching to talk about this because I had a few things that I felt like saying about it that were not necessarily that, it's not really hate, but just things that I wanted people to be aware of. So, if you don't know who Birdie is, basically they were an animation meme YouTuber on YouTube. They're still technically around, but all of their videos have been deleted, and they got into some drama, for lack of a better term. They got into a lot of controversy a year ago, and then again just this past few weeks, and I wanted to talk about them because I'm not here to discuss their morality or anything like that, kind of what's going on with them, but not like if they were a terrible person or not, because I've seen a couple of videos like that and I don't want to discredit those videos. But the thing that concerns me about the whole Birdie controversy this time around, basically, if you don't know, you can either watch one of those videos that summarizes it, or I'll try to give my best summary. Birdie has a past of manipulating people and just being very manipulative, but also she kind of has, for lack of a better term, identity problems, basically. But what really concerns me is that how her platform here on YouTube has negatively affected her mental health for the worse. So Birdie, I believe, has autism, which is not an excuse to be a terrible person. First of all, I just want to put that out there. A lot of people will be like, oh, she has autism, so you can't criticize her. You can still criticize her. It's just that you have to understand where she's coming from. But the thing is that you can be autistic and not be, a complete garbage human being. But Birdie's not a complete garbage human being either. I think that she is just, unfortunately, misguided in several areas. I don't know her full story. Obviously, nobody really knows Birdie's full story unless they, really are very close to her in real life. But she seems to have, like I said before, she's manipulative, but also it seems that she's kind of been spoiled to a degree. Her parents are very patient. If you can see in one clip where she's talking to her parents, she's so rude to her parents, and her parents are just very calm, relaxed through the whole thing, and God bless those parents. But she seems to be that she was spoiled to a degree, and I think that she hasn't learned how to be able to take accountability for her actions. And this wouldn't be such a big deal, but she's what, 14? And she got a very, very large YouTube following at a very young age. And I think that probably messed her up to a degree. I can't say that for sure, but I feel like that had something to do with what she became, how manipulative she became in the future. I know that her past with people that she's dated and people that she's been friends with have been difficult, difficult to say the least. But I feel like her platform on YouTube kind of enabled her. There's also that I feel like she's often been enabled. And I think that's another problem, is that you can shut down manipulative behavior when you see it, and then that person won't grow into a manipulative person. And I don't think that there's, no hope for Birdie. She's 14. I'm 16. I'm only 2 years older than she is, alright? We can change. The difference between 14-year-old me and 16-year-old me, it's kind of pretty different. But I feel like she needs to, in order for her to change and become a better person, I think that she needs to get in a better mindset. And I think that also she cares very, very much about her online presence. And I think that's another thing. is that if you see that clip where she's talking to her mom on that live stream, I won't go into the details, but she's very concerned about the people watching the live stream, and I know that she's partially saying that as an excuse for her mom to go away, but she is so concerned about what the people watching the live stream are thinking. And even today, she deleted all of her stuff on her YouTube. She still uses her Google Plus, which, by the way, why does anyone use Google Plus? I don't know, but she uses her Google Plus now, and she still has, you know, like, a lot of people who comment on every post, and she responds to them quite a lot. And I feel like if she truly wanted to get away from people, she would have, you know, just created a... She doesn't need to post anything online at all, to be honest. The only reason she's doing this would be for what I would assume to be for the people who follow her, because there's no reason for her to post this on her public, you know, Google Plus page, which is linked to her YouTube. And also, I just think that her mental health is in a not so great place. I think that she probably has other mental disorders other than autism, because she said that she has voices in her head, and that's not good. I've looked into her comments on her Google Plus page where she's explaining about the voices in her head, and she says that they're not really voices, they're just like, they're not auditory hallucinations. She said that they're not auditory hallucinations, however what she describes sounds exactly like them. So I can only imagine that either A, she's faking this for attention or something, or B, they are some sort of auditory illusion, and if they're not auditory illusions, some sort of intrusive thoughts that she's having. And either way, like, it concerns me, because the way that she talks about it is like, oh yeah, it's normal, which it's not something that anyone should be dealing with. And the people on her Google Plus page are like, oh yeah, that's cool, that's fine. It's not fine. And I know that she said that her parents won't let her see a therapist, but there are other ways to be able to see a therapist, or at least a counselor. So I really... And part of me thinks that it sounds like she almost doesn't want to see a therapist, and I know that it's scary, or it can seem scary, but it's really important to get the mental help that you need. And I'm worried because, you know, this is one instance of this. I'm just worried that people are going to try to, or accidentally emulate her, or want to be like her, look up to her as a role model, because she has very dangerous ways of thinking and very unhealthy attitudes, and just the way she has manipulated people in the past is just concerning. And I don't know, I don't know exactly where I was going with this rant. I just felt like making it, because I just, if Birdie ever sees this video, I just want her to know that, you know, it's not all of this is probably your fault, your situation. Everybody has different situations, but I think that at least try to get the help that you need, because it's just going to get worse if you don't do anything about it. And yeah, so I think that's where I'm gonna leave this. Thank you guys for watching this video, and check out some of my other videos if you liked this, because I ramble a lot on my channel. And I'll see you guys later, so see ya.